Alright, today is going to be a get ready with me video and I'm answering all of your questions. Now before I do the makeup part, I'm going to answer some of your questions. Nobody asked me any of these questions. I just thought that you guys would want to know because I've had a lot of people recently subscribe to my channel, and I just wanted to introduce myself and tell you a few fun facts and just talk about my life and how I got to this point. So let's go. Let's get in this video. I hope you like it. Please like it. If you do like it, please give it a thumbs up. I'm such an awkward person and I hope people like this video and I don't come off as weird. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, I'm still in my pajamas. I got my makeup here. Okay, let me show you my pajamas. I wear the worst pajamas. I need some really cute ones, but when I do buy them, I never really wear them. I always go back to what I have. And this is what I got on. It's just a cropped sweatshirt, hoodie, and some pants that are too big for me, and some boxers because I take my pants off at night and sleep in boxers. Oh, and my socks. Always gotta have socks on. So yeah, I wanted to do this video because I have a lot of new people subscribed to me, and thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. But there's a lot of new people on here, and I thought I'd just quickly go over my makeup routine and talk about some things about me. So I'm starting off with my CC cream. Sometimes I use my palette, my Seint palette, and just so you believe me that I actually do use it, you can see that I've already hit pan on most of those, and I've like scraped out the edges and stuff like that. I have two sides. I have this side, which is the highlight and the contour, and I don't use the contour that much, but I do use the highlight colors, and then this is the blush color that I really like. It's called Frenchie, and I'm going to show you what I do with that in just a minute. But right now I'm just using the CC cream by It Cosmetics. This is in the shade Fair Light, and when I'm in a really big hurry, I skip the brush and I just put it in my hands and like put it on as like moisturizer, because I find that to be really fast and easy. Guys, I didn't sleep good last night. My kids are here with me right now. They're not in school because my son had an asthma attack last night in his sleep, and he came down and he was so scared. This does happen to him sometimes, and because it's happened before, I know what to do, and I don't get scared, and I'm able to calm him down. But last night he was really scared because one of our friends' sons had to go to the ER because he kind of had the same thing. I don't know if it was the same thing exactly, but it sounded like the same thing. And the doctor had told him to follow up with his pediatrician today and get allergy tested. So that's their plan, and he's on breathing treatments, and he's got like special inhalers for that. So I think it's just allergies that made him have that attack. In the past, the times in the past, we were in Florida once when it happened, and he was kind of congested anyway, but we were staying in the room that we booked wasn't available for some reason. They couldn't give it to us, so they gave us a free stay at this other place. It smelled like mildew in there, so I'm sure it had mold and whatnot. It was on the beach, so I'm sure there's some type of mold and mildew readily available. But he had one then. That was really scary. That was the first time. He was probably, I want to say 2 when that happened. And like, he could not breathe for the longest time. He was crying, he was getting scared, and it was not fun. The second time that I can remember, and he's had them a few more times than that, but the other scary time was when we were in Tennessee. And it was always when we went somewhere that he had these. Oh, also let me just pause that and say I used my Frenchie on my dark circles right here where I have the darkest part, and then I'm going to go over that with my CC cream. Just blot it in. I'm not going to like use the brush on that. And anyways, both times were really scary, but this time around it didn't seem as bad and he was able to go back to sleep, and I didn't want to wake him up in the morning because I didn't want him to get a migraine. He suffers from migraines too, and one of the triggers is lack of sleep. Like if he has a late night somewhere and doesn't get a lot of sleep, then he will get a migraine. So that's why they're here. But I'm about to take Millie back to school now that Beckett's awake, and so I thought I'd get ready and do this video. What's next? Hey Piper, you look pretty. Go get your shoe on, okay? So if you didn't know this, just from my other videos, if you're new to my channel, I do have 3 kids. My oldest is 10, Beckett, her name is Millie. Beckett is my middle child, he is 8. And my youngest that just went by, that's Piper, she is 5. But anyways, Beckett never had any problems with, well, he had some allergies when we lived in Virginia and North Carolina, which was last year. We lived right on the line, so we moved from North Carolina to Virginia, but it was like 30 minutes away, so it wasn't really like moving to a different location, if that makes sense. Like, not like it is from Virginia to Tennessee. And we live in Chattanooga now, and the weather here is crazy. Like, it gets hot and then it gets cold and then it gets hot again, and the springtime here is awful for allergies. Like, we are in the top, I think, 5. We might be like in the top 3 in the US for allergy sufferers. Like, the pollen count gets way crazy here, and I think that's why he had an attack, because he had a soccer game yesterday. I coach his U10 soccer team, and he was complaining about his chest hurting after the game, and I didn't think anything of it because, you know, they get knocked around in the game. I think he did get his chest knocked, but it wasn't like he didn't go down or anything. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, his chest was hurting, and he said it just hurt to breathe. So I'm thinking that it might have started then, just from inhaling all of that pollen while he was running and stuff. But who knows? You know, who knows? I'm just glad he's good now. And my husband's out of town because he had to get rid of one of his nursing home administrators because he just was not doing a good job. And he's been subbing in for him until the new girl comes. So that's why he is out of town right now. My daughter has a softball game tonight, hopefully, if it doesn't get rained out. I kind of hope it does rain, because then all the pollen will be knocked down and washed away and won't be like out in the air. You can actually see it when you're driving. You can see it like coming off of the road, like snow almost, but it's yellow. Let's see. So I have a video coming out soon. It's gonna come out next Monday, and it's a huge video. I think I ordered around 20 items from Amazon, and it's all summer stuff and like beach stuff and whatnot. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm drinking my breakfast. It's just Vega protein, half a scoop of, it's Vega Sport, so it's vanilla and chocolate, and they don't put, I don't think they put greens in those. I'm sensitive to broccoli, so I try to stay away from that, but I put some greens in it. It's a half a scoop of vanilla, half a scoop of chocolate, because it is really high in protein, so I didn't want to double up on that. I think it's 40 grams per scoop. And I also put PB2, which is just powdered peanut butter. But that is my breakfast smoothie. And I'm drinking that while I do this. Multitasking, right? But after the Amazon video, I'm gonna show you my Nuuly rental for this month, because it is amazing. I cannot wait to show you. Like, I'll show you the one outfit that I'm gonna put on today because I'm wearing it today, and I want to show you guys. I'm so excited about it. I put it on Instagram already, so if you follow me on Instagram, you might have already seen this, but it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I wanted to go get a spray tan today, but I don't think I have time. I'm picking up my friend's kids, the one I was talking about earlier, whose son is in the hospital. Well, he's home now, but he went to the hospital last night and he has to have breathing treatments every 3 hours. So I told my friend, I was like, I'm just gonna pick up your kids from school and then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to get your son out, just let me do this for you. So I think she's gonna let me do that. And then I gotta go to my parents' house because my mom is making dinner. I have my aunt and uncle visiting this week and they are over there. My dad's been fishing all week. I saw something outside. I'm sitting in front of my window, so I'm on the ground, in case you're wondering why I'm sitting on the ground instead of in my bathroom. It's because the lighting here is just beautiful. And this is not studio lighting here, folks. I do have some lights, and I think it's really improved my videos lately. I ordered some lights off Amazon, and they're like box lights. So if you have noticed a difference in my videos and how well lit it is, let me know. I can tell a difference, but I don't know if anybody else can, if that makes sense. Can you guys tell a difference in my hair too? I got it fixed again. My cousin does hair, and last time I told her I wanted more blonde. Like I was like, oh. I was looking back at other pictures from last year and I was like, oh, I love my blonde hair, I miss it. And then she did it and I was like, maybe I don't miss it. It just looked too blonde, I guess. I don't know, I got used to it being like this, where she brings down the root color. She only highlights like this part and she throws a few more in on the crown and she doesn't go underneath as much. Actually this color right here is actually my, if you can see that, yeah, that color right there, that's my natural color. So this up here, this color up here is actually really close to my natural color. So when it grows out, it looks so much more natural, and so it just looks better. It almost looks like a balayage, is that how you pronounce it? But yeah, she's amazing. She's like a wizard with color. All right, what else? My makeup is so quick and easy. If I wasn't talking, this video would already be over with. I would have finished like 5 minutes ago. Less than 5 minutes. But I think that's it for this makeup look. What do you think? I usually don't wear lipstick because my lips are so dry. I think I have some chapstick right here though. I know I don't do my makeup like everybody else. Like I know I don't use highlighter. And I use bronzer, but not as a contour because my face is already skinny and I don't want it to look even more like chiseled out. I think that makes you look, I'm gonna say this, and it's not gonna be a popular opinion, but I think women my age don't need to do that because it makes us look older. Do you know what I mean? I got actually, I was at the doctor the other day and she was asking me all these questions, like things that I never get asked again. Like I haven't gotten asked these questions in so long. It was at the gynecologist office and she was asking me about my partners, and I was confused. I was like, no new partners, no. And she asked if I was active and I was like, yeah, I'm married. She goes, you're married? I was like, yeah, I have 3 kids. Like it's in my chart. She goes, how old are you? And she looked at the chart and I was like, I'm 36. So she goes, oh my gosh, you don't look old enough to be 36. So that made my day. That absolutely made my day because she looked to be a lot younger than me. But I'm not a good judge of character. I mean, not character. I'm not a good judge of age, so I don't know that for sure. But she was a nurse practitioner, but she was in rotation. Like she was still kind of in school, I guess, and doing her rotations and getting experience. So she couldn't have been unless she was a nurse for a long time and then went for her nurse practitioner license. She probably was younger, and younger than me. She was definitely younger than me, I know that. So it was such a compliment to get that from somebody who was younger than me, if that makes sense. Like older women that are older than me, or men that are older than me, anybody older than me, if they say it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I know I look young. I know I look young to you. But when somebody young says it, I'm like, oh, thank you. Let me see what kind of earrings I want to wear. I know what I want to wear. My friend June made these for me, and her business is called Creations of Faith, and she gives some of her proceeds to the women's shelter to help women in need. And I think it's just brilliant. And I always get first pick from her new creations, and this is one of them, and I just love this. Come on, there we go. It's gonna go so well with my outfit. Just wait. I can't wait to show you what I'm gonna wear. All right, where? I also have these bracelets. There we go. It has all three of my kids' names on it. Let me show you my outfit. And then I'm gonna make my bed. Let me make my bed so it looks pretty in the video, and then I will show you my outfit. Hold on. All right, this is my outfit. Let me stand back so you can see it. I think I need to get my camera stand out, don't I? Maybe. Yeah, this isn't doing it justice. So hold on just a minute. Okay, now you can kind of see me. I'm gonna stand back here. Hopefully you can hear me all the way over here. But yeah, this is the outfit. These are Lee jeans, and they're tie-dye. This shirt is from Free People, and then this jacket, let me look and see where it's from, because I've already forgotten. Blank, New York City. So that's where this is from. It's more of like a corduroy moto jacket. Really love the details. Let me show you the details up close. So this is the details of the jacket up close. You can tell it is corduroy. It is so well made, and it's so comfortable. It doesn't feel stiff. Like it's so soft. And it's so weird to say that because, I mean, you wouldn't think a corduroy jacket would be like this soft and comfortable. I never would have thought. When I ordered it, I wanted to wear it in the springtime because it's kind of chilly today, and just have something other than leather and denim jackets. And I would love to keep this. I really would, but I think it might be too much for me to keep. I might reorder it next year, or maybe even find it on Poshmark. But this, let me take the jacket off so you can see the shirt underneath it. There we go. So this shirt, I believe it's from Free People. If I'm mistaken, I will correct myself on the screen here. I love this shirt. It is very like worn in and almost vintage feeling. The sleeves are kind of rolled at the end, and it is a drop shoulder. So the stitching comes off of the shoulder. If you have wide shoulders, that looks so much better than having it here, because if the stitching was here, it would make your shoulders look broader rather than, or not too much broader, but it would make this makes the illusion that your shoulders are more narrow. The edging right here is really pretty as well. It's like almost curled, almost like it's just vintage, like it's been well worn. And it is long in the back, which I really like. The only thing I don't really like about it, which is why I'm wearing this necklace with it, is that when I bend down, you can see see everything. So I gotta be careful doing that. And the necklace helps because when I bend over, it kind of like keeps it a little bit down, I guess. The necklace is made from my aunt. She has a business that she makes necklaces and bracelets from Italian beads, and she's over in it Italian? I think it's Italian beads. I'll have to double check. But she is out of the country now. She's in France. She goes like 2 times a year. And she always makes me really cute, fun jewelry, and I love it. All right, moving on to the pants. These are Lee pants. This is what they look like in the back. And they even have the tag right there that you can see. And I've never been a fan of white pants, but these aren't see-through, and they're really, really well made. They don't show any cellulite or anything like that. And yes, I do have that. I think all women do. It's all natural, like it's normal to have it. But I wore this in front of my dad, and he was like, I think your shirt has bled onto your pants. And I was like, Dad, you don't know fashion, Dad. Okay. So, bell bottoms, they are really, really wide at the bottom. I love that. A lot of people don't, but I am just a really big fan of bell bottoms. Should I tuck it or should I not? I think I should. I think it kind of elongates my legs when I do that. Now these pants, you could almost, I think I downsized. I think the reviews said to downsize. I will double check and put it on the screen if I'm wrong. I might be thinking of the other pants, but these are a little loose around my waist. So in the description box, I will tell you whether or not, or tell you what size they are, and then whether or not you should downsize. But if these are my normal size, then I would almost downsize because I do have a lot of room in the back. You can see the gap right there. But they are comfortable to sit in, and they are high rise, so they come up to my belly button, and they are so fun. I've never seen anything like this, which is why I like renting my clothes from Nuuly, because I can get these pieces, these trendy pieces, and wear them a few times and then send them back when I'm done with them, like when I'm done wearing them and when I don't want to wear them anymore, I guess should I say. But I don't know if I will buy these or not. I really like this outfit. I could go on and on about it. I just really like it. What do you guys think? Should I keep it or should I not? Okay, I'm gonna answer some rapid fire questions just so you guys can get to know me. My name is Jessica, obviously. Let's start with the obvious, right? I am 36 years old. I am a mom of 3. I live in Tennessee. Chattanooga. I was raised here. I'm a soccer coach. I coach my son and my youngest daughter's soccer teams, and I absolutely love it. It was the first time I've done that this year, and I will definitely be doing this every year unless my kids make a club team. If they try out for a club team, that would be so much fun. I hope they do. It's really, I think it's probably one of my new passions in life is coaching soccer. It is so much fun, especially when I see improvement in kids. I just love that. I have been married for 11 years, and I've been with my husband for 13 years. What else can I say about myself? Oh, I did play soccer. I should back up. I did play soccer for a long time. Was recruited by Division I schools. I played in ODP, which is like an Olympic Development Program. That's what ODP stands for the state of Tennessee. I think there's about 20 girls on the team that made it, and those tryouts were brutal, and I hated every minute of it, but it did give me recognition for Division I schools. I did not go to college playing soccer because I was so burnt out. That is my one regret in life. I only regret one thing out of all the stupid things I've done in life. That is the one thing I regret. That's it. I don't believe in having regrets, but that one is definitely a regret. I should have done it. Oh well. Who knows what if I'd ever met my husband, if I'd gone to college with a soccer scholarship. But let's see, I did not finish college either, so I went to the University of Tennessee for 2 years, kind of goofed around, didn't really know what I wanted to do. So my mom convinced me to not go to university anymore until I figured out what I wanted to do, And instead, she convinced me to become a dental assistant, and that's what I did. And I loved my job. I loved my boss. He was like a second dad to me in that office, and the ladies that I worked with were amazing. I was going through a really hard time in my life at that time, and they were just such a blessing in my life. Loved them to death. What else can I say about myself? Oh, I am no longer a dental assistant, obviously. When I met my husband, 2 years later, we got married to the day that we met each other, and we moved out west to Oregon, got pregnant on my wedding night, and had my daughter 9 months later. And she was colicky, so, well, I got pregnant in Oregon, that's where we were, but he got a job transfer to Washington State. So a couple months after we were in Oregon, we moved to Washington State, and we had my daughter there, but we were very unhappy there. Washington State was beautiful. It was just a big culture change, and so was Oregon. Oregon was beautiful as well. The coast out there was just unreal, but we were just homesick. So we took our colicky baby. She was so colicky. She never stopped crying from the day that she was born. She never stopped crying, and it was really hard on me. So we traveled across country back to Tennessee, and we stayed with my parents for about a week or two, I think, and then we got an apartment, and my husband was just doing odd jobs, and then while he was looking for a new job, and we found a job in North Carolina that we thought we should take. It was close enough to our family that we could make a weekend out of it to drive back to Tennessee. It was about 5 hours away, and we lived there for a long time. We moved there when Millie was just a baby, not even a year old, and we left when she was 10. We did move from North Carolina to Virginia, but like I said, it was like 30 minutes away, so it wasn't really that big of a change. It was the Blue Ridge Mountains is where we lived, and more specifically, we lived in Ashe County, and we moved to Virginia, and we lived in Grayson Highlands, Grayson County. I think it was Grayson County. Was it Grayson County? It was right by Grayson Highlands, so it was a little bitty town. There were 2 gas stations that also had restaurants inside, and they were just like little cafes, and it was such a great town. There was a post office as well, and a library, I do believe. I don't think I actually went to the library, and at least not there. And the school was like 5 minutes from our house. We had 16 acres out there. It was like the best house and the best property that we ever could have asked for, but my husband's job was just not ideal. He was gone all the time, and who he worked for, one of his bosses, was just insane. So when the opportunity arose for us to come to Chattanooga, we jumped. Even though we loved where we were, loved the school system, and everything that went along with that, just the small town feel of everything, we just really jumped. We jumped. And we didn't think twice. Our house sold within like a month. And this was last year, by the way, with all that market stuff that was happening. And our house sold, and the house that we live in now, it was already sold. Well, it was not sold. It was in contract with somebody, and they were closing a week from the day that we came and looked at it. So we called the realtor. I fell in love with the house. I didn't really like the location as much because it is a little bit further out in town than I would like, but it is a beautiful house, and it is what we needed. And my husband called the realtor and was like, hey, can we see this house? I know it's, you know, under contract or whatever, but can we come look at it? And the realtor got back to our realtor and said, the lady that is under contract might pull out, because she was from out of town, and she came to look at it. Sure enough, she pulled out. So we jumped in our car, we drove down here as fast as we could. The next day we went and looked at it. We were the first ones to look at it. we made an offer as soon as we looked at it because the housing market was just crazy. And we said we will close next week, which was the original closing date, because they were already moving out and stuff. And they accepted our offer, and it was madness. It was pure madness. So that happened, and we were so lucky that we were able to get this house and not have to worry about trying to find one in the market that was last year. That was chaotic. If anybody bought a house last year or sold a house last year, I'm sure you know, or at least in the States. I can't say if it was like that in other countries, but in the States it was madness. Houses went on the market for a day and then they were sold. It was so hard. People were telling us that we'd have to like go door to door and ask people to move. It's like, I'm not gonna do that. But we were very blessed. Like the Lord just like blessed us so much, and it just fell into our hands, and we just knew it was like meant to be. So here we are. We love it. What else can I say? Oh, I just had a birthday too. It's 36. It wasn't as bad as 35. 35 was a really hard year for me. Or maybe it was 34. I think 34 was the hardest year for me. It was during quarantine. I think that was hard for everybody. But I was lonely, very lonely back then. My husband was working all the time. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new from me, and I hope it wasn't too boring. I'm not that fun of a person, I don't feel like sometimes. And it's hard for me to talk about myself because I don't know what to say. And it's kind of awkward. I'm an awkward person in real life. I really am. I'm glad it doesn't show on my videos as much, and well, at least people tell me it doesn't. I feel like it does, but hopefully it doesn't. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave all my makeup linked in the description box, what I used and whatnot. It was really, really simple. I think that's it. I think that's it, guys. I will leave all the links that I can down in the description box, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love for you to join my channel. I upload usually every Monday. I'm trying to stick with that as best as I can, and I've been trying and failing to put up more shopping posts as well. And also, I just did the membership program, so you can click the join button down below and see what all of that entails. And there's special things that members get, but it's definitely not something that you have to do. Like, it just takes supporting my channel one step further. But like, the easiest thing for you to do to support my channel is liking this video and commenting and liking, sharing if you can. If not, no big deal. I don't think I've ever shared anybody's video before because I don't know, I just feel weird doing it. So if you don't, no big deal. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna let you go because this video is getting long. Thanks for watching.